Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. 29 TDQB named as Cowboys' potential replacement for Dak Prescott. The Dallas Cowboys could soon be forced to prepare for life without Dak Prescott. It's no secret that Prescott is entering the final year of his contract with the Cowboys. While Dallas remains adamant that the plan is to sign the three-time Pro Bowl quarterback to a long-term contract extension, there's no guarantee that will happen. With Dallas not featuring a single quarterback under contract for the 2024 season, they could be forced to look for potential replacement options. As KD Drummond of Cowboys Wire proposes, Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa could be a potential franchise quarterback replacement for Prescott. As Drummond mentions, Tagovailoa is also entering the final year of his rookie contract, with the Dolphins and Tagovailoa having yet to agree on a new deal. Drummond even proposes that Prescott sign with the Dolphins in a free agency swap of quarterbacks. So why would Miami let him go? The Dolphins seem like the perfect fit if Prescott is looking for a landing spot in 2025 free agency, so maybe there's a QB shuffle between the two teams in free agency, writes Drummond. The 26-year-old Tagovailoa has been a winning quarterback since entering the league in 2020. In fact, he's had a winning record in all four of his seasons as a starter, going 32-19 while leading Miami to the playoffs in each of the past 2 years. In fact, Tagovailoa has the sixth most wins of any quarterback since the 2020 season. However, it appears Miami has reached a certain ceiling with Tagovailoa at quarterback. The Dolphins not only lost in resounding fashion to the Kansas City Chiefs in their playoff game last season, Tagovailoa appears to have difficulty beating the best teams in the NFL. At the end of last season, the Tagovailoa-led Dolphins lost both games against the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills, with AFC seeding and a division crown on the line, by a combined score of 77-33. Tagovailoa also struggles in a major way during cold weather games, which is a major issue during the playoffs in January. As Jacob Kaminker of the Sporting News pointed out before the playoff game against the Chiefs, Tagovailoa is 0-6 in games at or below 45 degrees. With the loss to Kansas City, Tagovailoa is now 0-7 in such games. While Tagovailoa certainly doesn't have the playoff experience that Prescott has started 7 playoff games, the perception of the Dolphins quarterback is very much the same as the Cowboys passer in that they struggle to beat the elite opponents of the league. Similar to how Prescott led the league in touchdown passes last year, Tagovailoa has also led the league in major passing categories such as passing yards and passer rating. One major difference is that Tagovailoa is 5 years younger than Prescott. One could argue that the potential is still there for Tagovailoa to develop into more than what he's shown thus far. Obviously, time will dictate whether or not the Cowboys end up getting a deal done with Prescott. However, if the dominoes fall into place and both the Dolphins and Cowboys end up allowing their quarterbacks to hit free agency, Tagovailoa would be a solid replacement option for Prescott. Cowboys kicker Brandon Aubrey looks to be more than a one-year wonder. Few kickers in NFL history, especially in their debuts, have had better seasons than Brandon Aubrey did last year. The Dallas Cowboys kicker enters 2024 hoping to maintain his sensational start and establishing himself as one of the top players at his position, more than just a fluke. At 28 years old, after converting from soccer and spending a year in the USFL, Aubrey got onto the radar of NFL scouting departments and received an opportunity with Dallas in last year's camp. He quickly outshined journeyman Tristan Vizcaino and was given the job ahead of the Cowboys' first preseason game. Only getting 3 field goal attempts in August, Aubrey had to wait until the real games to show the world what he was made of. He did that by making 36 of 38 field goals, about a 94% completion rate, and 49 of 52 extra points. He went a perfect 10-4-10 from 50 yards and beyond, with a long of 60 on the year. Aubrey's exploits, which included being the NFL's scoring leader in 2023, made him an easy pick as a first-team All-Pro and Pro Bowler. Aubrey didn't put heat on David Akers' single-season record of 44 made field goals, and he fell a few kicks short of the perfect season several kickers have posted in league history. But between volume and accuracy, and especially considering his unorthodox entry into the NFL, it's no stretch to call Aubrey's rookie season one of the more outstanding the league's ever seen, the stuff Disney movies are made of. Now, Aubrey has the challenging task of making a satisfying sequel. What makes a Justin Tucker or Dan Bailey is consistency over seasons, proving to be more than a one-year wonder. Cowboys Trey Lance tabbed as QB who might still be traded. The Cowboys have approached this offseason in a rather unexpected way, no question, opting to mostly sit on their current star contracts, all of which are due for extensions. The team could have aggressively re-signed the players, quarterback Dak Prescott, wide receiver CeeDee Lamb and edge rusher Micah Parsons, and created cap space to sign other free agents in doing so, but instead, the Cowboys have claimed poverty and opted for bargain basement signings squeezed under the team's sliver of salary space. One of the goals now appears to be girding Cowboys Nation for the possibility that Dallas will not bring back Prescott after his contract runs up this year. It sounds outlandish, and could only be a bargaining ploy, but Prescott's status with the Cowboys is at least on shaky grounds depending on how the season turns out. Potentially, one clear signal that Dallas does not intend to let Prescott go elsewhere would be the handling of Trey Lance, the backup quarterback, third stringer, actually, the team acquired last summer from the 49ers. Lance is chewing up $5 million in cap space, and the Cowboys still have Cooper Rush under contract as the proven number 2 behind Prescott. For a team pinching pennies, it would seem something have to give, and according to CBS Sports, that something could well be Lance himself. In an article from The Weekend titled, 5 Quarterbacks Who Could Still Be Traded Before Start of 2024 NFL Season, Cowboys, Falcons Might Be Sellers, Cody Benjamin of CBS listed Lance as a potential trade candidate. By acquiring him for a fourth-rounder a year ago, the Cowboys signaled they might view Lance as a long-term alternative to steady starter Dak Prescott. But the former San Francisco 49ers prospect has yet to take an official snap for Dallas and will be a free agent after 2024, with Cooper Rush seemingly entrenched as the number 2. Dealing him after June 1 would save $5 million, Benjamin wrote. That is all true, but trading Lance now would not make a whole lot of sense. The reason the Cowboys have him on board is that they want some leverage in contract talks with Prescott, and for that, they need a reasonable alternative to Prescott on the roster. Lance, the number 3 pick in 2021, is a reasonable alternative. There is some sense to trading away Lance, but not until Prescott signs a new deal. The problem for the Cowboys, though, is that they are like the rest of the NFL when it comes to Lance, they have no idea what he can do. Lance has never thrown a pass for the Cowboys and did not appear in a game last season. His entire NFL life has been limited to 8 games, and just 4 starts. He has completed 56 passes for 797 yards. The Cowboys aim to change that, at least in training camp and the preseason. Talking about Lance this weekend, Team VP Stephen Jones told reporters, "Yeah, we're excited to see him. He's done nothing but impress around here. He's a pro that works his ass off. No one gets to see him because he hasn't been on the field because we got him late. But we're going to get to see him. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Trey Lance? Leave your opinion in the comments.